So I'm out here tonight just flying the ASW28 at sunset. Some nice views over here. I hadn't flown this for quite some time. I built it a couple of years ago and flew it a lot when I first got it, and then yeah, haven't really flown it for the last 2 years. But I decided to get it out the attic and give it a bit of an update. So what I've done is, I used to have analog on the tail back there, or Predator 5, and I had a AKK 5.8 VTX in the wing here. So it was 2.4 control. There was a little free sky receiver in the fuselage there. So I converted it from 5.8 analog to 5.8 digital with the DJI, and I also put crossfire in the wing here. So where there used to be a bay for the 5.8 VTX, I put a crossfire nano there. The camera is a Nebula Pro Nano, standard antenna that comes with it, and I've mounted it on a Turnigy 180 servo, which I've modified with some resistors so that it can spin all the way around and look backwards. And one of the things I wanted to do with moving DJI to the front on a pan, with this being a glider, I didn't want to completely destroy the aerodynamics of it, and I see a lot of people take this clear piece off, take the man out, and then kind of settle the gear up in here. Obviously putting a FPV camera up on the top there isn't great for the aerodynamics, but you know, I can't exactly avoid that. So yeah, I kept the clear part and I installed the servo in the man's head, and I designed a 3D printed part that basically holds the vista right there, and then I have to just cut round the two of them so they're poking out the top. This obviously needs to come out the top for the airflow because that thing gets super hot really quickly. So yeah, that's the conversion on the inside. Let's have a quick look. It's pretty much mostly the same as it used to be on the inside. Caddx F722 there. I used to have the GPS on the shelf here, but with that sitting above it, I had to move it back. So the GPS is actually kind of stuck to the fuselage, like right at the top around here. It works great. About 20 sats on that flight I've just done. I've just been up with this multi-star. It's a 4000 3S, and this is all on the stock PMP still, so standard motor, standard ESC, which is in there. That's Atlantic's ESC, and it is, I think, 30 amp. Yeah, 30 amp. All the standard servos. And with this battery, I didn't get any thermals out here tonight. I'm just kind of getting a little bit of altitude and then gliding around and coming back in. I was flying for 35 minutes. One of the mods I did on this that I recommend to anyone that has one is I took the wheel out. You don't really need it, and there's kind of like a big wheel arch in here that comes to around here, and once you take that out, and you can 3D print a little cover to replace where the wheel was, you can shove your battery so much further back. What I've done is I've put some foam pieces in, because there are a couple of parts that get in the way of the battery. So with the foam at this level, it kind of keeps it flat. I have to shove the batteries a lot further back. Obviously, I used to have the FPV gear up the back, and now I've moved it all to the front. So obviously a bit nose heavy, had to shove the lipos back, and these are known for being a bit nose heavy. So taking that wheel out is definitely a big help. I've also today fitted a little mount on the back there for the Peanut. So the Peanut's going to go on the back there to get some HD footage across the wings. One of the things I don't really like much about this model is just the faff of putting it together in the field, wiring up the connectors, and then trying to get them to go into the fuselage while you're sliding the wings on is a bit of a pain. But because this model is 2.6 meter wingspan, you've got no choice but to break it down for transportation. And here's a picture for scale next to a 1.1 meter wingspan Alba bird. Once it is broken down though, it does go nicely back in its original box for transport. So yeah, that's it. I'll show you a bit of footage of it up there in action. It's fairly relaxing, hopefully not too boring.